Just one camera.
One camera.
One camera. Run a gun today.
Top one?
Top one.
All right.
Walking Blind is hosted by overly emotional dudes who overthink and overanalyze everything. Nothing the hosts say should be taken as medical advice or opinion. They're not professionals. They're about to make that very clear.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Walking Blind podcast. This is episode 78, right? 78?
Is it? No, I don't know.
I think it's 78.
78.
We're gonna
78.
run with it. 78. Yeah. If it's not,
We'll edit it.
we'll edit it. It'll be like a random cut-in, and we'll just both be staring at the camera like this and go, 77, or whatever number it is. I think it's 78.
Yeah, it's 78.
We're running and gunning it today because we told Jesse he didn't have to be here.
Yeah.
Because we had a guest, and then we didn't have a guest.
Yeah.
So here we are. Let's
It's like the old days.
it's like the old days. I do want to turn off this big monitor in front of us
Yeah,
because it feels a little distracting.
I'm just staring at the man in the suit.
Which, hey, we could use that.
That looks
Because
cool.
that was a design that I made for a clothing line years ago.
You mean that?
I mean, I had the idea for it.
Oh, okay. I was like,
But, you know, it was for an idea for a clothing line that I never used it. That kind of deal.
dude, it has the lamp already.
Yeah.
We could even use the lamp on the shirt.
Dude, let's do it. All right, so let's jump into our mental health check, Mike.
All right. Well, okay. So mentally for me this week, it's been good. I had quite a week. It was a little stressful, but then I got to actually I was gonna chill, but I didn't really chill too
You
much.
didn't really chill. You were kind of on the go.
I did chill one day for sure. But mentally I've been good. I've been eating poorly.
Yep.
Which has been
Same.
yeah, which is, mentally for me usually at least like I'm sharper. Mentally I'm eating well, but I haven't been eating well. I've been eating fun, which is
To be fair, you were in a new. Well, you've been there before, right? Have you been to?
yeah, but I've never been there to just hang out
Okay.
like that.
Yeah. So you're essentially like in a new place. So you get to try all these new foods. Have all these new experiences, things
Yeah.
like that.
So it was good. We ate a lot. Shout out to Callahan Barbecue. But I feel like I'm doing well. I feel like I've been in a good place mentally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know much more to add. Where are you at?
We kind of talked about it earlier. I've been a little today, just a little stressed out. Just kind of like playing catch up on a lot of things. So, it's kind of one of those things where I know if I stay positive and keep my head in it, like it's going to work out.
Yeah.
But in the moment, it's like, fuck, there's so much that has to be taken care of. But other than that, I'm good. I'm just, I just have to keep taking it day by day and keep working through it and just, tighten up the belt on some things and, just make it happen. But other than that, things have been good. I mean, this weekend was pretty busy. Like Friday, we went and saw Into the Spider-Verse, which fucking, did you watch it?
No.
Oh my God, dude. So good.
Dude.
It's probably one of the best, and this is saying a lot because I like cried in the first one. One of the best animated films I've ever seen. We don't have to do too deep of a dive into it until you've actually seen it, but just like it just visually completely stunning. And we were all mad at the end when we're like, we have to wait for the next movie,
I heard something about how the next one's gonna come out a lot faster than this one did.
I think so. Yeah. Because I think they worked on both movies at the same time, but then they're releasing it in two parts.
Oh, cool.
From what I understand. But yeah, so that was cool. We had the whole theater with the whole crew. Saturday, Emily's here. So now that it's summertime, Emily's here for 2 weeks, and then she's at her dad's for 2 weeks, and then comes back for 2 weeks. So during this Memorial Day weekend, was that Memorial Day?
Last weekend.
Yeah, that weekend was her actual birthday, and then so we had a little thing at the house where just Crima's side of the family came over, and my dad came by. I gave her a gift. That was pretty cool. And then Martin came by too and hung out.
Against his will.
Against his will. It was funny because I didn't even tell him. He told me that he was showing up, but it worked out.
You're like, were you?
Yeah. And then Sunday, me and Martin had coffee Saturday morning, and we're definitely gossiping with your coworkers about your relationship and your love life. So
Nice.
And then Sunday pretty much jammed with Ryan. Like I was there like all day.
What time did you get there?
I got there at like 11. Left at like 5 something, I think.
Dang.
So it was cool.
Did you guys get sushi first, then jam?
No, we jammed, then we got sushi.
Oh.
Yeah.
That makes sense. You got there earlier, I think.
Yeah. So it was cool. And I think I feel good about it because I feel a little more comfortable that he knows where I'm at playing guitar. I think he definitely undersold myself to him, which is a good thing. Still got a lot of shit that I'm like trying to like clean up and tidy up, but he's a hell of a guitar player, man. Like even just like I brought him my Charvel, and he like just put it on and started playing it, and I was like, this is just you like fucking noodling around. This is insane.
You're like, I didn't know it could do that.
Yeah. I didn't know it could be played this way. So yeah, it was cool. And then here we are today. So now we were fully prepared for a guest episode, so we didn't really talk or anything about like today's episode. But do you happen to have a song that you've been jamming this week for the playlist?
I do. I guess I can go to the what I was gonna do last week.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I shouldn't do like I should probably like choose one hard song. Dude, did you see what I sent you?
Which
I
one?
think I sent you and Jordan. It's like a little drawing. It's like it's a Rocket and his friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess my song, my Spotify playlist song will be "Wings" by Birdie.
Okay.
And it's a really pretty song. Dude, straight up, the only reason why I fucking love it so much is because of the Guardians of the Galaxy
Correlation.
little thing that they did. And for anyone who doesn't know, in the movie he has friends, and I guess we can spoil it now. It's been out for
if you haven't seen it by now, then
you're missing out.
Yeah, you're severely missing out.
So Rocket has these friends. They're also animals that have been worked on and stuff, and they all have different things. One of his friends is the otter. She has mechanical arms, and then the walrus. They have teeth. He has like his eyes are all weird too, right?
I think so.
Is that kind of his thing?
I think so, yeah. And doesn't he have wheels?
And he has wheels, and then the rabbit thing
is like a mechanical like spider.
Yeah,
almost. Yeah.
And so with that, someone made a video on YouTube, and it's like because in the movies, for anyone who doesn't know, Rocket's always like stealing body parts.
Yeah, and it makes sense why with this movie. That it reminds him of his friend.
Yeah, and it says like, this is why he does that. And it says to remember in memory of his friends. He steals an eyeball in one episode, which he eventually gives to Thor. He steals
the arm.
I don't know how he got that.
I don't know how he gets it.
I'll bet you money that's gonna be some like funny throwaway like end credit.
Probably.
Or just gonna be like him just like walking into like Wakanda or something.
Yeah.
Or like Bucky just straight like throwing it away and then Rocket right there.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, that song, I can't like not think of that's Rocket and his little friends, and when I hear that, it makes me so sad.
Yeah.
But I love it. So what's yours?
For me, I am on the Sleep Token hype train that everybody else is on. There's 2 songs. One is Ascensionism, which is like they shouldn't be allowed to do this cool vibey hip hop shit in the Sleep Token record,
Dude.
But it's so good. But the one I really wanted to add to the mental health playlist is actually the song after that on the record, Are You Really Okay? It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It just sounds, it's so good. And just, yeah. That band is like a, when me and Martin were in the car and he kind of described it best, like it's like a movie soundtrack. Like it's like I mean, when you have songs that long and with that many changes and so much like epicness, it's like it should be like part of a movie. And that's just the entire record that came out, but it rips.
I don't think we've talked about this, dude. I didn't want to like it.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was too hypey. Like, first Kelly showed me, and I was like, "Oh, sick." Kelly always has good recommendations for stuff, and then like for me, like the production of it, is like the standout for me, which sometimes is a turn off for me too. And so the more I was listening to it, I was like, "Oh, that's cool," like something newer. And then when it just blew up online, so then I was like,
yeah.
But I was like, I'm curious. Do we know who the singer is yet?
I think the members have been like announced, and from what I saw, it's nobody like, it's not somebody from a current existing band that's like huge or anything.
Okay, I want to know about this dude's musical background because his voice is insane.
His voice it's so buttery, it's so smooth, and like the range that he has is impressive. But like also another thing that Martin pointed out is that like, as much as I listen to the record, like at some point I can't listen to 6-minute songs all the time.
Yeah.
Right. And like seeing them live is a whole total experience in and of itself. But yeah, it's solid.
Chokehold is the song that I kind of have on my playlist.
It's funny because they did a little, now that I'm in the world of guitars, my YouTube is just all guitar shit now. Like it just shows up recommended videos. It's like guitars, motorcycles, and then like haunted houses. It's weird. But so they're doing like a Jackson video of like Sleep Token's gear, and they're showing like these like pretty sick 8-string, like guitars that they're playing on and stuff. And it's like, it's wild to think that there's like such pretty ass shit going on, and then there's like fucking beefy 8-string heaviness, but it's cool.
That's the thing too. I want to know about like who writes these songs.
Yeah. Who's the one that like produces all this, puts it all together? Is it one of the guys, or is it
like a ghost? Have you heard about?
Yeah.
Is it like a ghost type of thing, or is it like are they an actual legitimate band and they like write together or something?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So
it's funny. I don't know if you saw the Finn McKenty punk rock NBA.
I watched some of the videos that kind of hit or miss.
So he wants, like, one of them, it's like he basically wants to understand the Sleep Token hype. And what was he?
Was that the video where he was talking to Nick Nocturnal, the other YouTube streamer dude, and Nick is explaining Sleep Token to him?
I think so.
Okay.
I think it's the one.
Shout out to Nick Nocturnal, man. He actually he was one of the ones that like really, like, he played Torture Culture stuff on one of his live streams.
Oh, he was the one that did it?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
shit.
one of them. So,
I don't know the same.
that's cool.
I feel like I knew that, and I just wasn't relating it to that.
Like, yeah, I wasn't like putting two together.
I
mean,
cool.
like, that kid is like I say kid because he's just younger than me, but like, he's made such a name for himself just reacting to music, but he's also a hell of a musician.
He shreds.
Have you seen any of his where he's like how to Slipknot in like a minute or shit?
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck yeah, it's sick.
That's fine. I mean, that's how I know him from those videos.
Yeah.
I forgot where I was going with the Finn McKenty thing.
I was trying to understand Sleep Token.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what my point was about that. I don't know. Anyways, I didn't want to like them because I'm like, it's too hypey. But like when I didn't know that the album had dropped, and you sent me the songs. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's a good record. I like that. I like the theatricality of it all. And I like coming into it knowing that, like, oh, they did this all as like a, their lead singer is named Vessel, and he's supposed to be a vessel, and it's not really him singing or whatever. There's some like dark ass shit in there too, but
yeah, that's the kind of stuff I'm like, I have a hard time getting on board with, but
but yeah, I'm digging it. So
someone tried to call it Deftones. I was like, don't do that.
No.
Boring.
Oh no. No. Please don't.
I love because it's like there's no such thing as like a mediocre Deftones fan.
Yeah.
They're like they either don't like them or they're like hardcore into them.
Well, to be fair, like when it comes to Deftones, you have to really vibe with it to be into it,
dude. Snoozer music, dude. Snoozer core. I've tried, dude. I know there's probably people who are like, dude, fuck you, your opinion.
Fuck Mike. I'm a fan. But I have to be. I'm a fan, but I have to be in the mood to listen to the Deftones. If that makes sense. It's kind of the same thing as like Sleep Token or some like. There's a couple other bands where I'm like, I really like this, but only when I'm like wanting to hear this.
It's like for me that whole band is like you're about to get into a sprint. And you never get there. You just live there. You just live in that like, are we gonna take off or are we gonna like set? Nah, dude. It's like one of the most frustrating bands for me to listen to.
I forget. It might have even been a Nick Nocturnal video where he's talking about like, they're like how to make a Deftones song. It's like you have to have that like whiny, like, like breathy, like sexual sounding vocals.
They're new metal, yeah.
Yeah. There's a big trend coming back for new metal stuff.
Yeah.
Which is like the bands that are doing it good, it's sick, right? The bands that aren't doing it good, it's kind of corny.
Yeah.
Like there's a new Throne song that fucking rips, and it's like very, very new metal. And there's a new Polaris song that's very, very new metal. And then there's like some other songs where like I won't name names, but you hear it and you're like, oh, this is fucking corny. Don't do this. Don't rap. Don't try and do this whole like modern day Limp Bizkit thing. It's not working. So
I'll go and say I've never been a fan of new metal.
Well, you had a moment where you almost got into new metal with, was it Faith? The cover of Faith with Limp Bizkit?
Yeah. Yeah. But then like I guess it's not fair. Like give me something to break.
Yeah.
It's like it's ridiculous, but it's like
at the time punk rock Mike was like, no, fuck this. This is bullshit.
Dude, literally.
Grown up Mike is like, okay.
Grown up Mike, give me something to break.
Yeah.
I feel that.
I was talking about 8-string, 7-string guitars with Ryan. He's like, I'm just afraid to pick one up because I'm afraid I'm going to start liking Korn.
Dude. Can you imagine what oh man.
It'd be insane.
Yeah. I mean, I was like, it definitely was an era where I was like, it was like too punk rock for my own good. But like, there's like certain bands that like, wouldn't you kind of consider Linkin Park kind of new metal?
Yeah.
I kind of like Linkin Park.
I feel like Linkin Park was new metal, but it was very listenable for everybody. Yeah, he was still singing. There was still melody there. One thing that I really fucked with, which I don't know if I've talked about on this show, but there was like an interview with Mike Shinoda where he was saying, I'm pretty sure it was right when they got signed, when Linkin Park was getting signed, they pulled Chester into a meeting. They're like, hey, we want to offer you guys a deal, but we really think you guys should drop the rap and just focus on you singing. And Chester was like, nah, like this is our sound. That's my boy. He's not going anywhere. So you either take everybody or nothing. Right?
That's cool.
So hearing stuff like that, you're like, fuck yeah, dude, that's sick. But yeah, I think Linkin Park was just very accessible for everybody, and plus it was like, you know, everybody was angry at that time, and this was like a way to be angry without being fully angry about things, you know. So
yeah, I still remember Jose Mendoza was who showed me that ding 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 or whatever that riff or I don't know. I thought it was like their first single.
Everything you say to me.
Yeah. That opening riff.
And
I was
I'm
like,
about to break.
that was like a band too right away. I was like, oh, I don't want to like this, but I do.
I
do. I was like, he's got like his scream sounds so like he's singing, but it sounds pissed.
Yeah, he just sounded aggressive.
Yeah.
Even though, but it was like he was still hitting good notes.
Yeah.
Like everything sound like it wasn't like it was a stretch for him. And when he was stretching, he did it in a way that was powerful. Mm-hmm. So it just, yeah. I think that was a lot of people's introduction, though, to heavier music. Because if you think, and what's crazy is, so my car randomly does this thing where it just decides that it doesn't want to work Bluetooth or Apple CarPlay when I'm driving. And it takes turning the car off and letting it sit for a while to reset. So I have to listen to the radio when that happens. And when I do, I'll like put it on like, what is it, like K-Rock or whatever it is. And it's still the same songs that were big when we were like kids. Like new rock and roll is just like kind of non-existent.
Not good.
Until lately. Like listening to all those songs, it was like this like, oh, we're borderline aggressively heavy, but just nobody wants to commit. And I feel like in that era, Linkin Park was like, we're going to commit.
Yeah.
And that was like everybody's, a lot of people's stepping stone into heavier music, I feel like. And then other people were just always into heavier music, like always like Slipknot and, you know, bands like that.
Did Limp Bizkit come first, like blow up first, or was it Linkin Park?
I don't know.
Also, I don't feel bad that I don't know this new metal trivia.
Maybe Limp Bizkit first, because that like Woodstock '99 and like the Family Values tour and all that was like late '90s. When did Meteora come out?
I don't know. I have like weird memories of like.
Or sorry, Hybrid Theory. Hybrid Theory came out in 2000.
Okay.
And that was like the debut record that like, you know. So Linkin Park. Yeah, Linkin Park was founded in 96. So Woodstock 99 already had Korn and already had Limp Bizkit.
Okay.
So that was already a thing. And then Linkin Park came after. But it was so close in time that like there were still Linkin Park bangers on the radio still Limp Bizkit bangers when Linkin Park came out.
Yeah. It's funny. Like looking back on it now, like it's just fun to hate on new metal. But like I could not stand Korn.
I loved Korn.
Korn for me, I was like, can't do this. And then it wasn't until when we were gonna MBR fun fact no one asked about. MBR played with Korn at the Orange County Fair.
Yeah.
And I remember like when that was happening, I went back to kind of listen to Korn just to kind of be like, how bad do I still hate this? And I remember being like, okay, I can see why people dug this so much. I didn't realize how fucking heavy it was.
It's so heavy.
It's heavy.
It's so heavy. You know, the band that actually took me a while to really get into until later was Slipknot. In the beginning, I didn't get the mask thing. I didn't like it. And then still to this day, the mask thing is kind of weird to me, but I understand it more. But yeah, it took me a while to get into Slipknot. And then when I did, I was like, oh fuck, one of my favorite guitar players is in Slipknot. Just a couple songs that are like in my top rotation, but I didn't get it at first.
Slipknot for me was a band that I always thought was cool, but I never went out of my way to listen to. Like and they were that band that like I remember being like obviously when I see the music video I'm like, oh shit,
Yeah.
this is cool. And then I'd hear them, and then somebody would be like, this is Slipknot. Like, oh, this is Slipknot.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit.
I think it was just one of those things where with that band, like the dynamic range that they would go through was like you have the heaviest song and then you have like these like really like powerful slow songs.
Yeah. What was it? Corey?
Yeah, Corey Taylor.
Yeah, he can sing.
Mm-hmm. But I never got into like the other. Like I never really got into like Stone Sour. I never really got into like
Couldn't tell you
like
song.
that era of. I guess it's still kind of new metal-ish, like Seven Dust and shit like that. Like I never really got into those bands.
See, I feel like, and this probably isn't fair, but like I lump Korn, Limp Bizkit, and then I also throw in there like Orgy.
Oh.
I also throw in there
Fucking Blue Monday.
Yeah, dude. I
fucking love that song though.
I also throw in
Static X,
yeah. Dude. Power Man 5000.
Mm-hmm.
Although, wait, Power Man 5000 has the "Oh, you do me."
I think
what
so.
you gonna do? Or is that Rob Zombie?
Oh wait, that might be Rob Zombie.
Okay, well, maybe I like Rob Zombie. Anyway, I just lumped them in with that. And Crazy Town.
Crazy Town was a wild one.
I love the videos that come up. I do now.
Yeah.
Through the comment section. So.
Did you see that? I think it was Crazy Town. Recently, one of the guys didn't show up for a performance. So Crazy Town went on stage, performed, and they got off stage, and that's when the dude showed up. One of the vocalists, because I think they have two. One of the vocalists, and they got into like a full on like beat the shit out of each other fist fight for not showing up to the fucking show.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're so. I feel like. I mean, I don't know. I feel like they're so big. You can almost pull someone from the crowd.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that one song. What other songs did they really?
Actually, you're right.
Do you remember when we did Punk vs. Hardcore, and those like two random chicks in like bikinis got on stage with the one promoter? Because
Oh yeah,
there's Sound Show.
Yeah.
Ryan brought it up, and it like triggered it in my memory. They're like, "Who wants to see Crazy Town? Like, if you come up here and say this, you'll get free tickets." And it was like,
It was just crickets, dude. No one gave a fuck.
Oh man, what a time! What a time!
Okay.
What song? Sorry, going back to this. What song did Power Man 5000 have? What was their big?
I think it's that song. It's like, "Oh, you gonna go?" Or I don't know. The lyrics are, "What you gonna do, baby, baby? Cause I'm gonna."
Let's see.
Da.
Who was it? Who was it that had the? Oh yeah, When Worlds Collide was Power Man.
Yeah, dude. That song's so corny.
So what was?
That genre, dude. That genre is just so corny to me.
Is it Static? Who is the one? I think it's Static X had Push It, right? And didn't their lead singer die?
Oh shit.
One of their lead singers died.
It was the one that was brothers with Rob Zombie, right?
Maybe.
Actually.
Okay, so Wayne Static. So this dude right here died, right?
Oh, he did. He died.
Yeah, he passed, and then they came back, but they came back with a dude wearing like a mask that looked like Wayne.
Whoa, that's
Yeah. So like the current Static X is. I hope I'm like remembering this right. Let me see.
dang.
Yeah, so their vocalist was named like Zero, and he was basically just wearing he looked like almost like a zombie version of like Wayne Static,
Whoa,
which is fucking
that's
wild.
weird. Dang, that's crazy.
Wait, Static X played their first show of 2023 with their new cybernetic frontman. Look at that guy. That's wild.
That's wild.
That's wild. But yeah, this era of like kind of like, I guess, bro rocky like new metal stuff was definitely interesting.
Yeah, I passed on a lot of it.
Did you ever listen to that band Dead Poetic?
I know the
new
name.
metal, but like kind of crossed over more into like kind of emo shit.
I was about to say, when I think of Dead Poetic, I thought like an emo band.
Yeah, they're like an emo band, but they had like very new metal vibes to them.
That's funny. I like how we just went on this like long new metal rant.
Would you prefer, so now Mike Perez now, would you prefer to listen to new metal, or would you prefer to listen to bands like Alisana and
New metal?
yeah?
Yeah. I couldn't get into it then. I can't get into it now. All this other stuff, or like that really high, like, I don't know.
Yeah. I was asking, I think Martin this weekend, I was saying like, do you think that we're all good at that bro rock voice, the yeah, like when we do it, just because that was so huge during like our formative years that we just always heard it on the radio? And Martin was like, I got mine from Creed.
Fair. Yeah.
Oh man. Anyways,
Wait, is Creed back?
I don't think Creed is back, but Stained is back. Stained just put out a new music video.
Are they the you can be No, that's Puddle of Mud.
No, that's Puddle of Mud.
I like Puddle of Mud.
Did you see the picture Max running into the lead singer of Puddle of Mud
Oh wait,
in the airport?
No.
Yeah.
Is Puddle of Mud the one that had the really bad Nirvana cover?
I think so. Puddle of Mud had some bangers though.
I like.
Can you take it all away?
Yeah, that song's sick.
Yeah.
Is that new metal? I feel like it's more like rock.
It's more rock. I feel like it falls under that more just era.
That's more. I think that's more like butt rock, bro rock.
Yeah, I think so too.
Butt rock. I'll take.
That was the same era. Like, what was that? The same era.
Like
as,
3 Doors Down.
Yeah, 3 Doors Down. Third Eye Blind.
Dude, that's For the Troops Core.
Yeah.
Dude, I have that
For the Troops Core.
3
Yeah.
Doors Down. 3 Doors Down. Puddle of Mud.
Third Eye Blind.
Third Eye Blind.
Stained.
Stained. Fucking.
Probably Creed too. Creed.
Yeah.
There. Yeah.
Dude, For the Troops.
For the Troops Core, dude.
Dude, 3 Doors Down is that. Dude, fun fact. So, anyone doesn't know, I do karaoke. I love it. It's a rush for me. But the first song I ever sang karaoke was Kryptonite, 3 Doors Down. And it was in the Bahamas.
If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman?
Dude, it was in. I remember went to the Bahamas for my graduation, my high school graduation. Didn't want to go.
Yeah.
Not my idea at all. And like they were having, like we stayed at this like all inclusive resort, which was cool. And the bar, one of the nights of karaoke, and I remember just thinking like, dang, these people are really bad. like everyone singing is really bad. So like I didn't know how it worked, and they had like, I remember it being like a really short list. I don't know why that song was there, but it was the only one I recognized on the list.
Oh shit.
So then I was just like, oh like fuck. I was like, do I know this song? I know the chorus. I was like, I'll do it. And I remember I ended up doing it, and like it was
became a staple for a little bit.
I don't know if it became a staple. I should just bust that out at karaoke one night.
You should bust that out and bust out Trapped. Echo. Because Trapped would have fallen in this category too.
I don't think we talked about that. Did we talk about it on the podcast?
Yeah, we did. Trapped. Hoobastank.
I like Hoobastank.
Hoobastank. Chevelle.
I never got it as Chevelle.
All those bands, man. What a time.
Yeah, what a time.
You're like, during that time, I was just listening to NoFX and MXPX. And
I made it a point to let people know I didn't listen to the radio, even though I was,
fuck that radio rock.
Every now and then something. It was hard to ignore the radio because like there was still stuff like, like Mariah Carey was still out there.
Yeah. Different stations though.
But there was still like stuff like that I always wanted to like go back and check in on. Because like I felt like it's funny saying this now as an adult. I feel like I dug myself too much into a hole where like I couldn't buy any of these like albums anymore. Like I felt like
Because you were the punk rock guy,
yeah,
right?
yeah. And so my only way to like cheat and like still listen to like some of this older stuff was like randomly like MTV because they're still playing music videos and stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
TRL, man, they'd have these random punk rock bands like you'd have like Blink-182 on TRL, Newfound Glory, shit like that.
Yeah. All the Mest, Phoenix TX.
I feel like the only Mest song I ever really knew was like Cadillac.
I don't know. I don't think I knew any Mest
I don't
songs.
think I ever really listened to anything else.
Yeah, I never really got into them. I kind of like Phoenix TX. I feel like they're cool. Oh man, there's like a whole era of like pop punk. That is, we should do like a whole episode on like.
We should also do a pop punk song. I know Ryan hates it, but separate from that, we'll do a pop punk song. Like,
but you know what? To Ryan, like somewhere between is it for him? That's like
that's that's pop. To be fair, that song rips.
We
Yeah.
stay tuned, guys. 20. I want to say the fall or maybe early next year, but wait, right.
Well, I mean, I think the plan is to take these 12 songs that we have or whatever and just polish the fuck out of them. And then I think Ryan's idea was, hey, let's like get these all down, clean them up, get them all like ready, and then pick and choose which ones are the strongest. So that by the end of summer we have something like together, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, then we really focus on jamming and like get these as a unit all down together. And then I told Ryan, I was like, hey man, if anything, let me take the reins on that. Like I'll get some music videos together, get some social media shit going, get the ideas out there, and then like build a platform before we even play shows.
Yeah.
So that people already know the shit. Like we'll do it right.
The patience.
Yep. So,
Dude, but speaking of new music, Burner State got our first. I would call this our first like official mix.
yeah.
Because like whatever, if we all agree on this, then Kelly was like, then I can model everything after this.
After this.
And dude, I was pretty.
I was impressed, man. I was impressed.
Pretty stoked. Pretty stoked on it.
I had told you kind of before we started recording, but you guys' gang vocals sound tough.
Tough, dude.
They sound so tough.
Dude,
I'm so happy with that.
The gang's on this. And I'm going to take full credit for this. Actually, we were talking about this before we started filming. But, so when we were doing gang vocals, the guys were kind of like warming up and practicing. And I right away, I was just like, I was like, no, we're going to do a crash course on like gang vocals. Like I jokingly wanted them to sound hard. They sound hard.
They sound hard.
Like I didn't think we could sound like that.
And I love that for you guys.
I know.
I really do. I think that anytime you mention gang vocals or anytime gang vocals are brought up, some people have this idea that like, okay, cool, we're going to sing like a choir.
Yeah.
And that's not that.
No.
It's not what it is. Like gang vocals are legit just supposed to sound like almost like a barroom chant.
Yeah, like
right?
a crowd or
a barroom chant, or like just like we're literally in a group just like yelling shit. Yeah. But like in a, and the fact that you got them like punchy, right? Like it doesn't just sound like a bunch of drunk assholes like, they're just fucking right there in the pocket. Like it sounds sick.
Yeah,
it sounds sick. I'm so happy for you guys that you guys got that.
Yeah, I had them all do like a certain vocal warm up thing, and we practiced it, and then once we got to a point where I was like, okay, you guys got it. All right, now let's just do a lower, mid, and then high, and then they did it. I mean, they were all like their voices were like going out by the end of it,
as they should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Yeah, dude. There's like two songs that I'm like really curious to hear how they sound with the gangs, because we have like an intro,
Mm-hmm.
and oh man, yeah. Anyway, I'm curious and excited for people to hear the new Burner State, because for one, it actually sounds like a cohesive band.
Yeah.
Now. Like we actually have a sound now, which is cool.
Yeah, I think that you guys' first EP was very much like, let's figure this out. Like we all have ideas and we all have like a vibe, and there's a general sense of like there's some punk rock here, and that was the EP, but like, now it sounds more like a full-fledged band.
Yeah.
Like there's a cohesive sound from start to finish, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And I really think that Burner State, it has like legs to go on, and especially dialing in a sound, and from here figuring out like here's where we're at and here's what we're gonna do with it, and then just play it smart and move forward. I think that you guys can definitely do some stuff, get some cooler shows, get some bigger shows, get on shows with bigger bands, things.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I feel like I don't know. I feel like this is gonna be good for us, even if it's just locally.
Yeah.
But I feel like Burner State could do stuff like I was talking about, like, dude, we could do a Pacific Northwest run.
Yeah.
Like an easy little, like, weekend kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we could do well with that.
The cool thing about Burner State too is that you guys have like, with Gerald and his shreddy parts and things like that, like there's like definitely kind of a almost like that strung out propaganda vibe where you can play with the heavier bands, but you can also play with the pop punk bands and it'll be fine either way.
Yeah, dude, some of these songs are kind of like, dude, Kelly killed it.
Yeah. Kelly found a way.
Kelly killed it, because like I think he picked such a good song. You doesn't know, but the song called Delta. Actually, we played it live. What am I saying? We played it live anyway. Like hearing how that hits, and like it feels punk.
Yeah,
and I'm happy about that. Like it doesn't feel overly like metal, or I don't know. It just the guitars sound big.
And it's wild that like a song about a commercial airline could just be that.
It's about the Delta variant. No, it's not. We have an ocean type theme, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I forgot what Delta actually is. It has to do with like a body of water.
A body of water.
Yeah.
I will say, like, I'm stoked to see how far you guys have come, and like the guys in the band have come, right? Because I still remember when Torture Culture was recording our EP, like Gerald came by, and it was like a very like,
oh, to get excited, like,
yeah, like to get pumped on recording. And I remember maybe it was nerves or something, but like I just remember being like the guys being like, fuck, like, okay, like, and it was like a lot of like, almost seemed like they were like second guessing themselves.
Yeah.
We're not ready.
Yeah.
And seeing now, it's like, fuck yeah, we have a fucking record that's about to come out. It's sick. So it's been cool to see that progression too, and like that like growth in a way.
Yeah, it's funny that like I just don't think of it because we don't play as frequently.
Yeah.
But like when for Ty's birthday, like I didn't realize, I hadn't thought about that. We hadn't played in like almost 6 months.
Yeah, it's been a while. It was the first show of the 2023.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for us to like, because we've been playing those songs a lot. Like we practiced those songs and then we played shows. So like Burner State for me was just fun to jam. Like having practice, and then the fact that we got to play shows was like this bonus. But it was cool to like for us to be like very not well rehearsed and to still make it through.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shoot, we're a band. Yeah. We're a band. We can just show up and play now.
We can show up and do this.
So yeah, but the album, I imagine now that Kelly has like, I don't know, the template, I guess, for this, and
it's gonna go quick.
Yeah, everyone's stoked on what he has now, so I think it'll go pretty fast.
Do you guys already have like an album name and artwork and all that? Sick.
We have an album. Is that like a thing to announce or no? Or should we wait?
The name of the record? I'd wait.
Yeah. We have.
What you should do is this. I'm gonna throw this out there right now. Once the record is done and mixed, and then you guys set a date for the record, let's do a Walking Blind with everybody in Burner State prior to the announcement of the record, so we can announce it right here.
Sick. Yeah.
You know, maybe even do like a live event at the Brew,
Dude.
and do a record announcement. Maybe throw a couple Burner State acoustic songs out there. You guys can perform live.
Actually, yeah, some of them do lend themselves to that.
That's kind of I was thinking. I didn't even bring this up to Ryan, but some of the Grass for Hope songs could translate over to some acoustic bangers too.
Yeah, they could absolutely.
Somewhere in between could definitely translate over because it's just simple structure, and they could be nice little acoustic variants.
Hell yeah! And I get to sing, and I get to sing in both of them. It's gonna be fun because like it's always kind of a bummer to have like MBR's back, and like I want to help out, you know, Burner State.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
But like there's just no way on the Lord's green earth that I could do, especially with MBR doing headliner sets.
yeah.
To do an MBR headliner, and then also have sang like a Burner State set, just because like I need every bullet in the chamber for MBR. But with Grass for Hope and Burner State, I feel like it's a lot. It's still gonna be hard because they're both. I'm singing hard on both of them, but it's way more feasible.
You don't have to do it.
Yeah. But you know, get paid
But,
twice
you know.
one night.
Yeah, take that $25 and run.
$25, dude.
But yeah, I think it's. I'm excited for the Burner State record because I'm excited that now there's a very cohesive sound,
Yeah.
very cohesive direction, and it's a full on like, hey, this is our band.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you how fucking happy I am that you guys ditched the ska. Not that I have a particular dislike for ska, but still, like, it's like
It was
because it wasn't really ska,
right.
but it was still kind of ska, and I was like,
Yeah. It was the idea was for us to be ska punk. That was like the original idea.
Yeah.
I was like sick. And then it's one of those things where like as soon as we started jamming together, like none of us were really feeling like going out of ways to write for that kind of stuff. And yeah. But now so there's a song on there that's my song. I say my song because I wrote it for Burner State.
is this the song?
Yeah, I wrote it for Burner State, and then they just fucking
Got
shelved
lost in
it.
the ether.
Yeah, it got lost for years, and then when we were like getting the album together, and you know what songs are gonna go on, then it was like it resurfaced, and they're like, "What the hell is this song?" I'm like, "That's been 2 fucking years
That's
ago."
my fucking song.
But in all seriousness, for me, I really didn't want to put it on the album because I feel like what Burner State is now is what it is, which is Daniel and Gerald writing together.
Mm-hmm.
Like Gerald bringing his like thrashy punk rock side of it to Daniel's more like almost like post-hardcore punk side to it, and then like making that meet in the middle. Like I felt like the songs that we had were very much like that. I think Burner State is Daniel and Gerald writing together.
Yeah.
And then me, doing vocals to it. And so the song that I wrote myself, like it hasn't really changed a whole lot either.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you've heard it.
Yeah, I heard it.
So I'm curious to see what people think of that song and how it fits on the album.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to hear it. But yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm happy that it's on there. But man, I was
It's the story behind that song is so funny to me because I think you told me about it when we were buying the Feels on Wheels.
Yeah.
Is when we kind of like dove into that story is hilarious.
Dude. I wrote the drums. Like if you don't understand how hilarious that is, like
I hate programming drums and I hate anything drum related.
But it's not even that I hate drums. I just don't drum.
Yeah.
I'm not a drummer at all. I had a hard time even with like snare hits and foot. I was like, is that at the same time? I feel like it's at the same time. And I'm like trying to figure this shit out. And like there's easier ways to like map shit out apparently. But I didn't know that. I was just going off of like what I thought was what was there. Oh dude.
That's sick. It's so good.
So it took me for fucking ever to do that shit.
And then for them to just completely disregard it.
Nah. They didn't even listen to it.
They're like, we have enough songs for the EP. We're fine now.
Yeah. I submitted it and the guys were like, we have too many songs right now. Like, let's just not focus on anything. Let's focus on the ones we have now. And I was like, it's like, fuck. But anyways, it's now on the record.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say which one it is. I want to
See if people will notice it for themselves.
Yeah.
Sick.
But anyways, what else is going on?
I mean, you want to talk about your Florida trip a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
Before we get out of here?
I went to Florida. I went to go see... it's still weird to say girlfriend. I feel like girlfriend is weird.
Partner?
If that's weirder.
Your... I don't know. Your lady?
My lover. Let's get...
Your love. Well...
No. I think girlfriend. It just seems weird. I'm going to be fucking 40 this year.
Well, yeah, but it's still your girlfriend.
I don't know. Yeah, you're right. I guess also, sadly, that's how long I've been out of it, that it's like...
True.
Maybe it just feels weird in general.
Yeah. Well, she calls you her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Also, she also called you out because I think you made a promise about selling 5 cups.
Wait, did she call me out?
Because I posted, for those of you guys who follow us, we're blowing out the cups. There's not really that many left. So we're just getting rid of everything. We kind of like reset. So it's like $17, free shipping, no code needed. Just go to the site and order it and we'll fucking ship it to you. So I posted that and I posted the story. It was like deals on deals on deals. And Jordan was like, did Mike ever sell his 5 cups? And I was like,
Jordan!
I'm pretty sure he didn't. I'm pretty sure he didn't. Thanks for reminding me because I think there was a wager there. I think there was. I don't remember what it was, but I think there was.
This week, watch. Fuck, I'm afraid to say what. Dude. This week, watch. You'll see.
Well, the way we're doing the sale because June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. It is also Father's Day coming up, so buy that person in your life a cup.
Dude, we had a great review from intern Harry.
Really?
Yeah, he said that he had gotten coffee. I forgot. I think he gotten coffee. He forgot about it. Mm-hmm. He came back to it like a couple hours later, and it was like hot, like kind of like burned him kind of thing.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, dude.
The cups are sick.
Yeah.
I mean, not only does it have a sick ass logo on it from your favorite podcast, but like I put iced coffee in there because I generally because I tend to overheat a lot, so I don't drink a lot of hot coffee unless it's freezing cold. So I'll put iced coffee in there, and it'll even if I take it to work, in the afternoon, there's still ice.
Really?
So it keeps it fucking cold as shit for a while. Keeps it hot too. But anyways, Florida with your lady friend.
So Jordan flew out to Florida for her cousin's wedding, and so she flew out last week. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she flew out last week, and so she was out there for that, and then the next week was supposed to be her high school reunion.
Okay.
And so she's like, oh, I'm just gonna stay. I'm gonna stay for another week, and then and for her she has her own business, and so she's like, I'm gonna just because she can work from anywhere. And so she was like, I'm gonna try to find work, anyway. And also I can't remember the last time she was home. I think it'd been a minute. Mm. But
home is in Jacksonville.
Home is in. She's actually it's Callahan.
Callahan.
But it's like a half, maybe not even a half hour from Jacksonville, I think.
It's kind of like when people ask, like, "Oh, where do you live?" and you're like, "I live in Riverside." Like, where's that? It's like an hour outside.
Yeah. No, it's Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Which is funnier because when you say, I like saying that. We're about an hour east of LA.
Yeah.
Just sounds harder.
Yeah, it just sounds tough.
Or like people who don't know when you say like, I'm from the Inland Empire.
I like saying Inland Empire. It sounds tough.
It sounds tough. But when you know, you're like, oh, so like San Bernardino and Rialto.
You guys do a lot of meth out there.
Yeah. Like, well, but yeah. So because she was staying out the extra week, I flew out there. I flew out Thursday and met up with her, and it was kind of cool because so she has like one of her best friends that she lived with. They lived together for like 2 years in LA. Mm-hmm. And that's her friend Lori, and then her friend Becky is a friend that she's had from Callahan that she grew up with. And so, but Becky and Lori had never met in person.
Interesting. Okay.
And then I had never met either of them. Mm-hmm. So she picked me up from the airport and we went to go. Where did we go? We got Blaze Pizza, but it was just funny because like we're all meeting at the same time. Like we're all meeting for the first time. So that was cool.
It was funny. I was seeing the posts from your trip and I was like, "Holy fuck! Mike is meeting so many people, dude. He's meeting so many people."
And what's amazing about that is that was all in the same day.
Oh my god! I was like, "How is he gonna remember all these names? How's he gonna remember all these people?"
Dude, I think I did. I don't know if I want to throw his name on there, but I feel confident that if I were to go, like right now, I could remember everyone's name.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
You're way better than me.
Dude.
I forget people's name immediately. They're like, "I'm John. Thanks, Tom."
Right on, Bill. I met everyone on Friday.
Everyone?
I met everyone on Friday. So in the morning, I had breakfast with her family, and I got to meet her sister, one of her sisters, Sister Kirby. I got to meet because I met her parents, and then so I met the sister for the first time. That was in the morning, and then later in the morning we went to go just say hi to one of her aunt and uncle, and he owns a car dealership. And so we go there and we're like talking. It's so cool. We're like talking with him.
I bought a 78 Cadillac. I don't even know how.
Dude, he was like, what do you guys, I think he's just like, what are you guys up to today? We're like, oh, we're going to go, I'm going to just show him. Cause we're on the island is called, oh man, something island. It's really nice.
Saint, something?
Mm-mm. It's not Fernandad Island, but it's like something like that.
Okay.
Post it right here.
But
so he was just like, oh, he's like, take this like SUV convertible thing. I forget what car it was. He's like,
like a duck boat.
No. It's like a nice, it's like a mini SUV but convertible.
Interesting.
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, if I'm here, give me the keys. If not, I'll figure out. I can take one of the other cars home. So we drove around this island like in a convertible on a beautiful day, like a really pretty day. So we drove to the beach. We drove to the beach, and then we.
Did you get in?
No. Not cool. And so So then we went back and we met her aunt, met her cousin, and then
I'm sorry, hold on. Sidebar. Have you seen the video of the chick that's like going to go snorkeling? She puts all her gear on. She's on the edge of the boat, and then she puts her face in the water.
Yes.
And then she jumps back, and the shark almost fucking eats her.
Yes, dude.
Terrifying.
Dude, I saw a couple videos. Like, I don't know why. Like yesterday, I don't know what it was, but like opened my Instagram and it was just shark videos.
Sharks. Anyway, sorry. So you met her aunt and her uncle.
Yeah, so met her aunt, uncle, her cousin. It was like so that aunt and uncle, their daughter was the one who had the wedding, and so do triplets.
Whoa.
Wait. Shit, am I confusing them now?
You talk so much shit about how you'd be able to identify each and every one of them.
Well, I didn't meet the one that got married or them. I met one. Oh no. It's a different aunt and uncle that have the triplets. Yeah, that aunt and uncle, it's they have a son and a daughter. Yeah. So, and after that, went to go see another aunt and uncle, and then Granny, who, dude, she's like sharp.
Yeah,
she's funny, dude. She is really funny. Granny Wilson, and then so that aunt and uncle, they have like this crazy property. I think it's like 21 acres.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like a crazy property. And so they're like building their home on it. And so they like took us on a tour on like their like high powered golf cart.
Yeah.
And it was rad, but also like the area is like really kind of not swampy, but kind of swampy and rainy. Dude,
like marshy.
Yeah, dude, mosquitoes. So I didn't
gators.
Yeah. I didn't think about the gators. I was more thinking about like snakes.
Okay.
But also, yeah. I don't know
Panthers.
why. Dude. They have, so he was saying like when we're already out there, like we're a pretty good ways away from like everything. And like the property's so big, like he was talking about how like he wants to make it into like a hunting area. Like part of it be like for hunting.
Yeah. And
so I was like foolishly was like, "Oh, what do you like what would you hunt?" He's like, "Oh, we have like wild boars." I was like, "Oh." I was running this like open golf cart.
Sick.
I was like, all right. But yeah, they're like, oh yeah, we see like snakes and stuff, no big deal. And then like obviously big spiders. I was like, that's cool. And then halfway through the drive, like I just feel like Jordan and I think her grandma were like hitting me in the back. I had a ton of mosquitoes like on my shirt.
Oh. Like
the ones that are on me, I could see, and I was like beating those away from me. But like, yeah. I guess I had a ton of mosquitoes on my back that they were like getting off of me. Anyway, and then from there we went to go see. We saw an alligator in a pond.
Tight.
It was at this like we went to like it's like a reserve I think area, and so we like drove through and like it said like there's this pond usually has alligator. So we went and it was a little one, but I was
still the fact that there's a fucking alligator,
dude. Yeah, the whole time too. Like it's like let's take a picture of it. I was like, all right. And the whole time, dude, I was like looking around because I'm like, I don't know. I just like, dude, one of these little things is gonna ambush me, or like if there's small ones, where's the big one? Like that was like my whole thought process for that. But so I finally got to see an alligator, and then what else did we do? Then we saw another set of she was calling one of her aunts to see if she was around. Just because like we were running out of time because we were gonna meet some friends for dinner, and her aunt that she called was like, "Oh, I'm actually meeting your other aunt, and we're gonna have dinner together, and it was gonna be closer to where we were going." So then we went and we saw two aunts and uncle.
More family.
Yeah, more family.
Gotcha,
dude. So yeah, so that was all one day.
That's a lot to take in.
Yeah. And then I think it was that night that we went to the barbecue. I sent you guys a thing.
Of your chicken fingers?
It wasn't chicken fingers. It was so good. I was so like I was just full. Like Friday, I was just full. So I don't know. I feel like we just ate a lot, and so like I wasn't even like that hungry, but it was good.
It's so good.
It was so good, and so
That's Southern food, man.
yeah, man. But yeah, so we ate, and then I met up with like her friends that were there. The place we ate. Her sister is like one of the managers there, but she was the one that left. They left. Anyway, I met a lot of people that day, and then that's Friday. And Saturday was a more chill day.
Yeah,
We actually had to like, I think for anyone who doesn't know, I'm an introvert.
Mm-hmm.
Surprise.
Need that time to reset.
To recharge. Jordan is an extrovert.
Facts.
She gets stronger. Her power
She
grows.
levels up.
She levels up when she's around people. But it's like and so like I don't think people understand this unless like you're in this dynamic, but like I like having extroverts around because I don't have to
You don't have to do much.
I don't have to do much.
Yeah.
I like they can carry conversation. Like yeah, there's just moments where like she's like sharing and I could just like sit back.
Yeah.
Like I don't think people understand how much I am okay with that.
It's there's this post that I think of when you say shit like that where it's like so like quiet introverted men, why do you date such loud fiery women? And I was like, well, somebody has to tell the waiter that I got mashed potatoes.
Dude. Hell. But yeah, I think she's like on Saturday, she's like, we can have a chill day.
That's good.
I'm like, cool, thanks.
At least she understands that. At least she
No,
she gets it. It's good.
She's mindful of that. But yeah, so Saturday was more chill, and then we ended up going to her reunion ended up getting rescheduled because not enough people could make it.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, and it was funny because the people in the committee, you could tell, were like, I think they were like stressing themselves out because I think they felt bad that Jordan was out there, but she didn't fly out there for that.
Yeah, she was out there.
She was already
chilling out
yeah.
there,
She stayed for that,
Mm-hmm.
but also it's like she stayed, but like it's her hometown. Like she had things to do, she had family to see and stuff. She was gonna make the best of it, and so but we ended up going to dinner with like some of her classmates and stuff. So it was cool. It was a nice place. It was a place called Salt Life. So I'm gonna use that information to find out the name of this island.
Salt Life.
Salt Life. But that was cool, man. We went. Should I share this? Yeah.
If you got to think that hard, probably not.
No, I will. Whatever. It always comes back to me sounding like the biggest bitch in the world.
Well,
Yeah. So
that's motto.
yeah. So she's like, let's, it's like the place we ate at. It's like it's on the beach. The beach is right there. So then she's like, let's go, let's go like walk,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
All right. Cool.
And so we go, and it's like, it was really nice because it's like a full moon, so it was like you could see everything.
Yeah.
And so it's like a really nice moment. She had a blanket. We sat there and we were like hanging out, enjoying it. And I'm like watching the water come up,
Freaking out about the tide.
like I can see. So I don't know how to explain it other than there's like this little like a little dune thing where the tide's coming up this way.
Yeah.
But then there's like already a little waterway forming, and like it was thin when we got there, and as we're talking, it was getting wider, and then I could see like every now and then you see like water like splashing up over the thing, and so I'm like, okay, like this is really nice, I'm like, like,
Hey, that's getting the tide's coming in.
I was like, yeah, the thing's getting wider, and so she's like, it's not gonna reach us, like.
Yeah.
like unless it was like some like crazy tidal wave, like it obviously wasn't gonna reach us. But the whole time I was just like, every time I'd see something like come up, I was like, that looks like it's coming over the top. It looks like it's coming over the top there. But
oh man,
but it was nice. She's a beach person. So.
Ooh, yes, yes.
So which is awesome.
You're gonna have to get over that fear real quick.
It was awesome. I love the beach. It's one of my favorite places to be.
Mm-hmm. Everything about it, right?
I love it.
Sand, water,
so good. Yes, water,
undiscovered species.
Yeah, but no, it was cool, and I enjoyed it.
Oh,
and then got home. We got in Sunday night, midnight. Worked this morning. I had to Kaylee. Thank you, Kaylee. She scheduled me for a later shift today, which is nice.
Yeah, cool.
And here we are, podcast.
Here we are. Well, that being said, I guess we can get out of here and get some food because now I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Like always, sure you like, follow, subscribe, do all that jazz. WalkingBlindPod.com for the website, for all the information. Merch stores there. You can check the Instagram link in bio for all that. At Walking Blind Pod everywhere. WalkingBlindPod@gmail.com if you want to shoot us some messages. Once again, send us you guys' songs. Send us you guys' playlist songs. We will add them. I'm going to add the playlist to our link tree as well so that you can go directly to our Walking Blind.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And then submit us your songs. We'll add them on there so everybody can jam together.
Okay.
So, well, love you guys. Peace.